You've tried it your way, but you're still in debt. Or maybe you're doing okay, but want to invest smarter, grow faster. MillionaireX.ai gives you real step-by-step strategies to ditch debt or stack wealth. Stop dreaming and start planning. Visit MillionaireX.ai today. I want you to be the next millionaire next door.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Let's stop acting like we don't see how this game is played. If you tired of folks throwing shade with a smile and keeping you boxed in with that slick behind-the-scenes racism, it's time to upgrade your survival skills. See, Phillip Scott dropped more than just knowledge. He handed you a playbook with passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy. This ain't the in-your-face kind. This is that sneaky, office space, let-me-block-your-blessings type of racism that'll have you questioning your own reality. It's time to call it what it is and arm yourself with the facts. But baby, don't stop at just peeping the system. Break those mental chains too. That's why you need 7 steps to decolonize the mind. This is about freeing yourself up top, walking in confidence, and letting the world know your mind is not for rent, lease, or layaway. It's time to reclaim your power step by step. So don't just watch, take action. Click over to Amazon.com, type in passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy and 7 steps to decolonize the mind, and secure both books for yourself, your crew, and anybody ready for that mental liberation. La Sherika said it, now go do it. Invest in your freedom. Pick up both books today on Amazon.com. Trust me, your mind will thank you.
After 13 years of exposing lies in the media, I discovered the biggest lie of all. They want you to think racism is random, accidental, just bad people doing bad things. But what if I told you anti-black racism was engineered, programmed like software, marketed like a product, and designed to survive across generations? That's exactly what I prove in my new book, Us versus the Machine, How Anti-Black Racism Was Programmed, Marketed, and Made to Survive. This isn't another book about what racism looks like. This is the blueprint of how it was built, who profits from it, and most importantly, how to dismantle it. I spent years connecting dots that they never wanted connected, following money trails that they thought were buried, exposing the machine that runs on our oppression. Knowledge is power, but strategic knowledge is liberation. Get Us versus the Machine on Amazon today, because once you understand the system, you can beat the system.
If you have not been tuning in before, my goodness, you've missed out on a lot. Broke boy, but with potential. What made you realize this soft life is for me?
I deserve it. Because main money is special. I'm single.
But you don't like to be alone now. I'm looking for a guy to break my heart.
But as long as they're Nigerians now.
Watch Slay Queen Nigeria, only on the African Diaspora News Channel app.
From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
In H-Town, we want news that speaks truth, just like we do.
ADNC keeps me informed and him inspired.
We've been through too much to trust mainstream media. This feels like us.
From the D to the diaspora, ADNC is how I stay woke.
We binge ADNC like it's Netflix, but smarter.
They speak on us, but never for us. ADNC does.
No fluff. No filters. Just the truth, daily.
From Wall Street to 125th, we're watching our news.
Download the African Diaspora News Channel app today to stay connected to the culture.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on this Saturday. You know, I didn't stream last night, y'all, because I was just good and tired. I ain't gonna lie, I was tired. I needed an evening off. I really did. I saw a brother yesterday, and shout out to that brother. He was telling me, say, Phil, look like you a little tired, Phil. I'm like, I am. And he said, man, get you some rest. He said, we need you, brother. I'm like, you know what? I think I should get some rest. I was just straight tired. So I took the evening off, and even my little girl said, Daddy, yeah, you know, you never take off, because she was standing there. She heard what the brother said. She said, Daddy, you really don't take off. I said, you work a lot. I'm like, yeah, I do. I said, I do. And I said, I'm trying to do things now so I don't have to work as much in a few years, right? I said, for right now, we getting it. That's why we're trying to build our app up and other things we're trying to build up. That way, you know, Daddy could get a little bit more behind the scenes like he want to be, and don't have to always be sitting in this chair, right? I enjoy it though, but hey, sometimes I want to take, like when I went to Ethiopia, I think it's the last time I really took a break. I took about 10 days. I think it was gone 10 days, and I didn't make no content or nothing for 10 days. And when I came back, I was ready to go. I was ready. So it is what it is, y'all. So to see this morning, it's actually morning. This morning we're going to talk about, okay. All right. We're going to talk about food stamps real quick, and we won't be with you long. We trust me, we're not going to waste your Saturday like that. Y'all can catch it on the replay or whatever if you have not, checked it out. But what's going on here, and let me explain something to you real quick before I get into what I'm doing. So, because some people may be new and they're not used to certain people doing certain things, we have a thing here where we want to show what we're talking about. We reference things. Sometimes we may have to look at an article, videos, whatever. We do all that because when we start doing our commentary, we don't want people to say, well, you just talked out your head for about whatever hour, 30 minutes, whatever you did. So we always do that. Now, if you're so used to people just talking out of their head and not showing you nothing, then that's cool. You can go listen to them kind of people, and that's fine. But over here, we haven't been told too many times that, oh, man, you all said this. And it wasn't even the case because we saw the video. We saw an article, this and that, and they didn't even match up nothing to what you were saying, right? So we haven't had that kind of commentary here because we have a certain level of excellence here, and we got to have excellence. So if you're not used to dealing with excellence, then you can go listen to them platforms that just talk out their head. All right. So let me go ahead on and get started with this, because like I said, we can't take long because I got other stuff I got to do. And look, Israel 777, you follow your life and I'm gonna follow mine. Okay. All right. So, let's go ahead on and get into this. I think I got this up on the first thing on the screen here. We want to get into the topic for sure. And it's many articles that came out about this, but we just want to look at this main headline. All right, millions of Americans are at risk for losing food stamps next month amid the shutdown. Now, millions of Americans. Okay, cool. But let's look at some things that we want to look at here. Is it right? Wrong one. Right one. Okay. Now, when we're talking about these millions of Americans, okay, let's talk about the millions of Americans that we're talking about. Now, just an AI overview. Non-Hispanic white, let me repeat this again, non-Hispanic white individuals are the largest racial demographic in the SNAP program by number. Not Black American, not FBA, not Solon, no, non-Hispanic white Americans, not even those you would call Hispanic. Now, non-Hispanic white individuals are the ones that want to be against the SNAP program because too many Black people are getting it. But according to here, well, they are the one that's the biggest racial demographic seeing the SNAP program. Say, though racial and ethnic minority groups are disproportionately represented, who cares? It say for Medicaid, while white, it say individuals make up the largest single group, racial and ethnic minorities, particularly Black and Hispanic individuals, are overrepresented compared to their share of the general population. Don't care about that either. Let me tell you why I don't care about that. If anybody got a reason to be on the SNAP program, it's Black folk. And let me tell you why. Let me get on camera to explain thoroughly, just for a few minutes, why Black folk has more of a reason to be on the SNAP program than anybody else. Black Americans, FBA, so on, whatever you want to say, or have more right and more reasons to be on the SNAP program because Black Americans have been sabotaged every step of the way. You got a court case going on right now in Supreme Court trying to sabotage Black Americans' right to participate in voting, or I'm going to say have Black majority districts. That's sabotage. These people have sabotaged Black economic progress. You want to sabotage Black education. You want to sabotage Black business. You want to sabotage Black people getting homes. Every step of the way, these people have sabotaged Black people. So if anybody should have more of a reason to be on programs, it should be Black Americans, because you can clearly see we are the only group they target like that. They don't target Hispanics like that. Now, they may feel targeted because of the immigration thing, but if they back off of immigration, right, they're not really being targeted like that. They have enclaves, and I'm in Texas, I know. You got enclaves of Hispanic communities, and they got their businesses. They got everything going on. Trust me, I know. And white people aren't going down there trying to sabotage their businesses. They're not. They're leaving them alone. The only issue with Hispanics or white people is that it's too many of them because they're having way more kids than white people are. And so they feel threatened by that. That's just really what it is. If they wasn't having as many kids like that, they wouldn't even care. They would be leaving them alone. They don't mess with Asians like that. They only worry about what we doing as Black Americans. Always in our business. Won't leave us alone. We go over here, they follow us. We go over there, they follow us. Go up here, they follow us. We go over there, they follow us. It's nowhere we can go and nothing we can do without them always on our bumpers every 5 minutes. They do not leave us alone, okay? So when they talk about, overrepresented and this, I don't even care about that crap. I don't even care. So I'm going to let you know, Black folks, I don't have a problem with Black folks getting SNAP if they need it. I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. If anybody should be on those SNAP, it's the folks. Y'all done had trillions and trillions of dollars of wealth come from slavery, and you still need to be on SNAP? I have never seen a group of people in my life that has failed like that. I'm sorry. You give me trillions of dollars, you think my family going to be on some freaking SNAP? It's not going to happen. But that's racism for you, because only, like today you may look at the Elon Musk of the world and Jeff Bezos, whatever. They always had a class like that, a billionaire class, or back then, maybe a millionaire class back then. They've always had those people. And they've always fought so hard to make sure those people are good at their expense so they can harm us. That lets you know when they talk about they're superior, you're not superior intellectually, because somebody who's superior intellectually would not harm themselves just to harm somebody else. That doesn't make sense, right? Let's get back into this real quick. So they say SNAP, they say the largest group is non-Hispanic white individuals, make up the largest single racial demographic in SNAP, and they talk about the minority deal. Now the data points, 37% of SNAP recipients are white, 26% say are Black American. I don't like that African American term. They say, and around 16% are Hispanic. Now Medicaid, same thing about Medicaid. They talking about cuts to Medicaid. White individuals account for the largest share of Medicaid enrollees by number. And then they said Black Hispanic individuals are overrepresented in Medicaid. They said compared to the share of the general population. Now, white people get almost 40% of Medicaid. Hispanics, 30%. Hispanics get more Medicaid than Black folk. And then you get Black enrollees at 20.8%. Okay? We just want to make sure to point that out. Now, let's go back here where we was at. Now, they say it's going to run out of money in about 2 weeks. According to the Agriculture Secretary, Brooke Rollins, they said on Thursday, they're talking about millions of vulnerable families or hungry families that are not going to have access to these programs because of the shutdown. They said, like other members of the Trump administration, Rollins cast blame on the Democrats, of course. They said their political agenda ahead of food security for American families. And then going down. Now, look, check this out. So they said nation's largest anti-hunger program, SNAP, is a contingency fund about $6 billion. But November benefits are expected to total around $8 billion. And so the USDA shutdown plan noted multi-year contingency funding is available to fund benefits in the event of a lapse. Okay, of course, you know the Democrats are saying something about that. But here's the thing. Let me get back on here. Now, didn't Trump just send $20 billion to Argentina? Now, that would have funded SNAP, right? Now, sending money anywhere outside of America, that's not America first. And most of these people that's on that program, a lot of them did vote for your boy. And let me go. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, thank you, Lord, for reminding me about something. Let me talk to the idiots, and then I say idiots because you just not being smart. I'm going to repeat everything I said prior to the election. I said I have no problem repeating what I said. I said voting rights is a right. That means you have a right to vote for Democrat. You have a right to vote for Republican. You have a right to vote for the couch. That's your right. Nobody can tell you what to do with your personal voting rights. I think it's un-American to tell somebody they got to be forced to vote for a particular party, whether it's Democrat, Republican, whoever. And if you're a person that's trying to force somebody to vote for a particular party or whatever, then you're acting like a freaking authoritarian. You're acting like a terrorist to me, because you can't force somebody, and supposedly in a democracy, you can vote for whoever you like to vote for. I said vote your interest. Whatever party is voting your interest. I don't get into telling people what parties to vote for, but I will point out what politicians are doing or they're not doing for black people. I will point out politicians who want the black vote but aren't delivering for black people. I will do that. And one particular party, the Democrat Party, always reaching out for the black vote. So since you're reaching out for the black vote, you need to be doing something for black people. And if you're not doing something for black people, I'm going to point that out, period. Because no party outside the Democrat Party is catering for the black vote like that. They don't deliver. They haven't been giving anything to black folks. It's not just me saying that. It's not just me. It's millions of the black people. Why you think millions of the black people who don't even know me, who don't even know now I exist, didn't even want to vote for Trump or Kamala in the election? Do you realize more black people sat it out than voted in the election? I hope you realize that. If you just do maybe just 5 minutes worth of research, you will see more black folks set it out. But at the same time, it's not black folks' fault, even if they did set it out, because I refuse to sit up here and to let any of you Democrats shield, because that's who talk like that, any of you Democrats shields to let other groups off the hook too, because a lot of Hispanics sat it out too. And a lot of Hispanics voted for Trump. Way more Hispanics voted for Trump than black folks did. Asians voted for Trump as well. Okay? A lot of Asians sat it out. So leave black people alone. Like we are the only people in this country have the responsibility to be putting people in office or not putting people in office. I refuse to sit up there and put that on black folk. Y'all haven't even gave a single dime of reparations to black people. Not a single dime. Hold on. Let me cue this up. You know, I like the new little video. Hold on. Where is this at? Where is it at? Here we go. Play that again. Hold on. Put it on play.
They keep acting like we're joking. Like reparations is some buzzword we throw around during election season.
Nah, we're dead serious. Generations of wealth stolen, and they think a couple slogans will keep us quiet.
We told them what it is. If you want our votes, if you want us to show up again, cut the check.
Straight up. Policy, money in our...
Yes, that's it. Black folks are saying they gotta have the checks. I seen some of you Democrat shields talking about, yeah, they didn't vote because they wanted reparations. Well, give the reparations and you get the votes. Yeah, I think that's very easy, right? You got listen. California is a Democrat enclave. Republicans can't do nothing in that state. That is a majority Democrat state. If any state can do reparations, it is California. And if California won't do reparations, then why the rest of the Democrat states, why would they want to do it? The fact is, you Democrats got to show and prove to black people. So my personal opinion to you Democrat shields, to hell with y'all. Give reparations and do what you did for the illegal immigrants in California for black folk, and then you'll have me on your team at that point. I promise you'll have me on your team. Do for black people, I'll be on your team. I'm telling you up front, publicly. You do for black people specifically and make sure we are good. I have no problem getting on this microphone and say, hey, man, we need to support the Democrats because, hey, the Democrats is this. I'll do it because the difference with me, because I'm independent, difference with me is that I'm not beholden to Democrat. I'm not beholden to Republican because I don't like now one of y'all. I'm an independent, and that's the only way to be. It's a black independent. That's it. That's it. You can't guilt trip black folk. Oh, you see black people? He gonna cut food stamps. See, this is what happens when you don't vote. It's gonna hurt more white people. Hold on. Let me get to the brothers. Let me get the sisters real quick. Hold on.
Let me tell y'all something. Non-Hispanic white people are about to lose their shit when they don't get their SNAP and their Medicaid. Granted, other people are going to lose their shit too. Other demographics are going to be affected by this. But let's be real. For SNAP and Medicaid benefits, non-Hispanic whites are the largest proportion of recipients. I'm just saying, shit's really going to hit the fan. Y'all about to see it, and 80% of the Medicaid and SNAP recipients voted for Trump. Talking about cutting your nose off to spite your face, baby. They hate black people. I'm not even going to say just black people. They hate non-white people so much. Once again, they voted for their own demise. I'm just saying. So, yeah, let them go out there and protest.
Once I realized that the majority of people on food stamps and all like the benefits are white people, the people that voted for Trump, you know what? I ain't even tripping about this shit too much, really. I ain't on food stamps and I don't get no benefits, and I didn't vote for Trump. So, yeah, it's, hey, what y'all gonna do, white people?
Hey, there you go. So see, Don't let the Democrats get up here and say, see, black people, it's you. You should have voted. You sat at home. To hell with y'all. To hell with all y'all. Because it is a community event when it comes to voting. It's not just a black people event. If black people got to sit up here and vote for everything and save this country, well, you know what? Move out the way and let black America run this country then. If that's the point. We are not sitting up here trying to vote for managers of the plantation. If the plantation is not going to do nothing for black folk. No. So it's like this. I've never received food stamps a day in my life or SNAP. I only got it one time. I'm going to tell you when I got it. After a hurricane, the state of Texas said that everybody can get a food stamp card based on the size of the family because of disaster. And they gave money. FEMA gave money for that to happen. So, yes, I definitely went over there and got it, and it was nice. It always felt good to go buy food and not have to pay for it, but that's the only time in my life I experienced that. Once. I'm growing up, my family wasn't on food stamps like that. No, it wasn't. Because they always worked, and they say it made too much. And no, we wasn't rich. Now, yes, I remember people be like, hey, man, take me somewhere or do this for me. I pay you in food stamps. So I definitely remember that. Oh, yeah, definitely. That was currency. And, them paper food stamps, y'all remember the food stamp books from back in the gap. Now, I had other family members that had food stamps or whatever. But, yeah. I've never experienced that. Even when I talk to my wife say her family have never got food stamps. Never. So we don't even know nothing about it. But black, that's not going to affect black folks like you're thinking about. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you about that Section 2 situation with the voting rights. I thought about this. Let's say the Supreme Court say, you know what? Yeah, get rid of that. And then the Republicans tomorrow go and just make every, red state completely red. Okay, cool. No problem, right? There's no safeguards about making sure you have districts a certain way. Okay, fine. In the temporary, it'll benefit them. It will. But here's the problem. Your numbers are declining. And because your numbers are declining, guess what's going to happen? Your voting power is going to dwindle. And guess what's going to happen when your numbers dwindle even lower? The people that got more numbers, they're going to make sure that you can't get anything at that point. See, you could be going to hurt yourself in a few years, because you know good and well the majority of the children in this country aren't white. They are black, Hispanic, Asian, all combined is way more than you. So you could be actually going to hurt yourself thinking you coming to hurt us. But every single time that you've tried to hurt us, you've always hurt yourself. Always. It's like what y'all try to do. It's like you want to kick I've seen them thorns, right? Them thorns. I only seen in Africa though. It's a particular tree. They got thorns this long, y'all. I mean, sharp, sharp thorns. I don't know the name of that tree, but I say, whoa, that's like them thorns like Jesus had on. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all trying to go out and literally kick a thorn, that kind of tree with your bare feet. Cause think you gonna hurt that tree by kicking it. No, you gonna come out more bloody than kicking the doggone a tree. You hurt yourself. You're hurting yourself. So in the end, you doing all the things that you are doing to try to hurt black people, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna come out bloody and hurt, not us. We gonna be good. They're unraveling everything. They gonna hurt themselves by unraveling it. Look at how it makes them look when they try to unravel it. And everybody look at them and say, wow, they some open racists. Look what they trying to do. It's not a good look at what they're doing. Everybody see what they're doing. The world see what they're doing. It's not like it's hidden. All their acts are global. In other countries, maybe like, I don't really want to deal with them people. They too racist. Even other Europeans don't want to deal with them. Do you know other Europeans don't like a lot of them? You know that, right? A lot of Europeans like, I mean, yeah, we got our racism, but we ain't that open with it. Like, man, y'all do too much. Talk to Europeans. Actually, if you travel, you talk to Europeans, they don't think too well of American white folk. They really don't. They be like, I don't see how y'all deal with them. And I'm a European. I don't like them. I've been told that by Europeans. They don't even like them. Yeah, you're right. They prefer to see China win before you. You're 100% right. They prefer to see China. Give me a second. Give me a quick second. Hold on. Yeah, they prefer to see China and everybody else win over me and you. 100% right. And that's fine. Because the Chinese don't like them. The Chinese about the Chinese. 100% accurate on that. The rest of the world see what they doing. Like I said, the world don't like them like that. I'm telling you, they really don't. They deal with them because they have to, but they really don't like them. Look at what happened with George Floyd. The whole world saw that and got on board with it. You had George Floyd rallies in other countries, and they had nothing to do with George Floyd. They never seen that kind of response, and it wasn't a good look on the United States either. United States always get themselves in some sort of pickle with their racism. And the whole world like, wow, really? But they want to run around here talking about democracy? Wow, okay. They can't come tell me nothing. Look what you did to George Floyd. Do you remember the Chinese had put out a report about America? And they was mentioning in that report about how everything they do to black people? Like everybody knows what they do, these people. So really all this mess about them trying to unravel rights, the SNAP program, all that stuff is just be like, it's mean-spirited. And really they're going to hurt themselves in the end. You ain't hurting black people. You're hurting yourself. There's more white people in these rural communities who are broke, who don't have nothing, that's going to be hurt by this. Black folks in the cities will be all right. They always have been. Always have been. So I've been saying a long time ago, take everything you want to take away. Take it all away. My people going to be good. I promise you. Because see, what's happening in this presidency of Donald Trump, he's going to unravel all the systems that make them comfortable. We good. We are so good at black people. I'm telling you. We are good. Oh, ICE doing this and ICE doing that. In the end, that's hurting them more than it's helping them in particular. Why you think all of a sudden you're seeing Home Depot offering all these certification classes for free? And what I would tell the black men and women, go get it. If they give you free certifications for skilled labor and stuff like that, go get the certifications, brothers and sisters. Go get it. I may look into it, just go get it just so I can have it. Do I need it? No, but hey, it'd be great to have. I'm going to look into it, just see what classes they got. And if it's something I'm interested in, why not? Education is education, bro. You can always use more education, especially working with your hands. If it's free, go get it if it's free. Why not? Get it. Take free education all you want. Get it. If Home Depot got some free education, well, go get them classes. Go get it. You ain't paying a dime for it. You're not getting in debt. Go get it. Black men and women need all the education because, listen, we lost a lot of our skilled labor, unfortunately. We were the builders of America, but we lost a lot of that over the years. We need to go get our knowledge back. So let's go get that. Why not? We can take some classes. We can learn this. Hey, we learning HVAC. We learning how to be carpentry, plumbing, electrical. We need to learn that as black people. Because right now, the way it is, the folks do everything. And the folks wasn't doing it. Do you know how to run a power station, a substation? Do we in mass know how to make sure power's delivered to neighborhoods? Do we know how to make sure the water's delivered? How to run a water treatment plant? Yeah, some of our brothers and sisters know how to do that. But is the masses know? No. Some of our brothers and sisters are driving trucks, CDLs, right? But we need to get all the skills we can. Yes, we got tech skills, and that's great. But we need to know how to do nation building. How many of us know how to lay concrete? How many of us know how to do driveways, roads, bridges? Some of us do know, but not enough of us know. That's the kind of skills we need to run something without them always around. Sure, you can go get the Chinese, but here you go bringing another group of people in instead of you learning. Not to say you can't learn from the Chinese. You could. The Chinese build stuff quick. they really quick at it. But could you really learn? And that's what we got to think about as black people. So go get all the free certifications you can. Definitely working with your hands. Like I talked to a brother the other day, and I think he was doing pest control. And I said, look, hey brother, that's something everybody needs is pest control. He said, yep, and I do all these businesses too. And I said, yep. I said, that's what we need. I said, AI can't take your job. He said, oh no, it can't. I said, and that's a beautiful thing because you always gonna have pests, and they definitely gonna need to be controlled. So hey, get your things, brothers and sisters. Get it. But black people, don't fret, don't worry, don't do it. That's sure it's gonna affect some of us, but the ones that will affect us, hey, I'm gonna just be real. Like my grandfather told me, you can't depend on these white folks for nothing. He said that a long time ago. He said you can't depend on these white people food stamps. You can't depend on these white people Section 8. You can't depend on these white people anything, and they'll take it from you. Then what? He said that a long time ago. So I never got in that mindset to depend on white people or the government for anything. Because they take it, then what? Now you crying about you ain't no food. Get your behind out there and work whatever job you got to work and put some food on the table, cook at home. Some of y'all go out there buying soda and candy and all that mess with that. No. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I got to wrap it up because this is a short one today, y'all. It's a very, very short one. But I appreciate y'all joining us on this short Saturday. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. That's very, very important. Make sure you download the African Diaspora News Channel app on the Google Play and Apple App Store. If 10 of y'all will sign up today, it's always good. We like 10 to come in all the time. But black people, don't fret, don't worry. We will be blessed upon bless upon bless. I promise you.